The son snapped at his father and still regrets his reaction. Sometimes we think our parents don't understand us and they just get in the way of our happiness. I'm sure most of us have experienced the rebellion against our parents at some point, especially as teenagers. However, we should not forget that our parents love us and they just want the best for us. At times they seem too strict, but that is just because they want to protect us, and that is why they actually deserve our respect. Today, we would like to share a touching story that will make you more appreciative of your parents. An 80-year-old man and his 45-year-old son were sitting on the couch. Suddenly, a crow landed on their windowsill. The father asked, "What is that?" The son replied, "It's a crow." After a few minutes, the father asked his son for the second time, "What is that?" The son said, "Dad, I already told you, it's a crow." After a little while, the old father again asked his son for the third time, "What is that?" By now the son's tone of voice was filled with irritation. "It's a crow, a crow!" A few moments passed, and then the father asked again for the fourth time, "What is that?" By now the son was shouting, "Why do you keep asking me the same question again and again, even though I have told you so many times, it's a crow? Are you not able to understand this?" A little later the father went to his room and came back with an old tattered diary, which he had maintained since his son was born. On opening a page, he asked his son to read that page. When the son read it, the following words were written in the diary. "Today my little son, aged 3, was sitting with me on the sofa when a crow was sitting in the window. My son asked me 23 times what it was, and I replied to him all 23 times that it was a crow. I hugged him lovingly each time he asked me, and he asked me the same question again and again. I did not feel irritated at all. On the contrary, I felt affection for my innocent boy." While the child asked him the same question 23 times, the dad felt no irritation in replying 23 times. When the roles were reversed and the dad asked 4 times, the son could not contain his annoyance and irritation. So when your parents reach an old age, do not treat them as a burden, but treat them kindly and be gracious to them in words and in deeds. Please be considerate to your parents. From today, say this aloud: "I want to see my parents happy forever. They have cared for me ever since I was a fragile baby. They have always showered me with their selfless love. They crossed mountains and valleys for me to be who I am today." Say a little prayer like this: "It will be my honor to serve my parents in the best way possible, and I will always be kind to them in my words and in my deeds, no matter how they behave." Always respect your elders. Why? Because they deserve it, and you know this in your heart and your mind. Your parents have always prioritized your happiness and needs above their own. For those very first steps you took, they were right beside you, holding your little hand in theirs. There are too many things to mention that your parents did for you, from the basic things like feeding and clothing you and providing you with an education. It is most likely impossible to repay them for all they have done for you. If you respect your parents, your kids will respect you one day when you are old too. Your parents fed you before they fed themselves. They got you toys to make your childhood colorful and memorable, often putting their own needs and wants last. They ensured that you were educated in order to make a place for you in this world, even though you may have hated it at the time. They ensured that you were educated in order to make a place for you in this world, even though you may have hated it at the time. They did the best they could for you, and whatever silly things they did not provide were because they knew that it was best for you at the time. They spent their lives caring for you. If you understand and agree with this, how can you not respect them? It is because of your parents that you exist. They gave you the ultimate gift, life. Could you ever repay such an amazing thing? The least you can do is treat them with all the love in the world. You should respect them, for they chose you and did not run away from their responsibilities. Life is a magnificent experience. Give thanks to your parents for this lovely life. We hope this story will remind all of us of the unconditional love we received from our parents and to treat them with the same love. If you enjoyed our story today, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Bye bye and see you soon.